What's up? Here we are, back in the action. I don't know why I'm so red, but here we are. I don't know why I look so red. The green screen's been messing with me all day, but here we are. Welcome to the Hunnaball Sunday night stream. And boy, is it a good one. We just got to watch that gift of a game. Who is not excited about that one? That was game of the year, wasn't it? That was a blast. That was so much fun. I feel like I'm gonna die. That was so great. I just wanted to pull up my stream, the other one, make sure everything's good. Hank is here. What is up, Hank? Man, Jesus, dude. I am so sick of watching this Eagles team. I really am. Yeah, you know what? Like, I can fluff up the title. Well, that was a lot of fun, and you know, we can have our jokes, we can have our, you know, our moment here. But to be honest with you, I just. 2 thumbs down from me. I don't like defensive games. Yeah, Shador legacy game. We'll talk about Shador, believe me. We got a lot to discuss. Let me say this. Let me just start with this game really quick. Jared Goff, 14 for 37. Horrendous. 255, a touchdown and a pick. Acidicious YouTube. Go Birds. Congratulations, man. Good win. I hate watching your team, but sure, whatever. Hey, they're winning games. They're finding ways to win. 8-2 is nothing to sneeze at. I mean, look at Denver. Everyone thinks they suck, and they're 8-2, so there you go. Maybe if we're lucky, we can get a Bo Nix, Jalen Hurts Super Bowl. That will be the greatest game that's ever been played. It'll probably be 3-0. It'll be like when the Rams played the Patriots in 2019, or whenever that was. That was not 2019. 2017? 2016? Whenever. It would be the greatest game ever. I know they already played, and it actually wasn't that bad of a game. But in general, Broncos won that one. Catch us in the Super Bowl. Broncos, Eagles. The NFL finds a way to have the most boring Super Bowl matchups possible. Wouldn't be surprised. They're undeniable. They're actually unbearable to watch. That's what I mean. Like, I know Eagles fans. Like, I'm a Giants fan. There he is, Blake. Like, I know Eagles fans. No one seems happy about this, especially not AJ Brown. Look, I'm not going to just box score read. All right, the Eagles won the game. I don't know why they went for it on 4th. The tush push wasn't working today, which was, you know, odd. And you look at it, it's like the numbers aren't there for either team. And it's like there's something to be said about a defensive game, right? There's something to be said about, hey, the defense played well, so, you know, well, let's hang our hats on that. And that's something. The Giants have all this talent, and they don't do anything with it. But I think if you're the Eagles, you're just like, all right, we're 8-2, and we can probably beat anyone. But is it going to be fun to watch? Do you even want to? Do you even want to see this team? Big picture. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, Jalen Hurts is the problem. Oh, AJ Brown's the problem. Oh, I mean, obviously, if I had to take a stab, not an Eagles fan, if I had to take a stab, I would say the issue is offensive play calling. Kevin Patullo, who is getting looks as Giants offensive future head coach, which, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, man. Like, you may as well bring me on at that rate. Jeez, yeah, it's awful. That's what I mean. Eagles fans are very, what's the word, pragmatic? It's a self-loathing football team. You got AJ Brown talking on Twitch about how he hates himself and about how he's trying to get the ball. He can only get the ball in Madden, which is pretty funny. It's a funny bit. Come on. But yeah, no, I mean, you look at the box score, and again, it's not just a box score story, but I think Kevin Patullo is a threat to Philly. Yeah, exactly. No, agreed. And by the way, drop a like if you haven't already. And we will talk about Shador. But man, you look at this, it's like, all right, AJ got involved. Devonta Smith, not really. 5 targets, 1 for 8. That PI at the end was nonsense. We all know it was nonsense. No one in here is going to be like sitting here like, oh, that was a clear PI. Like, no one's actually thinking that, right? But I do think it's weird because I don't know what to do with this Eagles team. And to be quite frank, I don't know what to do with any team, to be honest. Like, let's take a bigger picture, right? Let's take a bigger picture, look at the standings, right? Playoffs start today. Eagles have a bye, which is crazy. Everybody's been talking how bad the Eagles are, about how they're the Chiefs of last year this season, right? And the Rams are good. No one's going to say the Rams are bad, but they got closer than the Seahawks. Are the Rams and the Seahawks as good as the Eagles? Maybe. I mean, the Rams lost to the Eagles straight up. So who knows? The Bears are the... Wait a minute. The Bears are the 3 seed? Wait a minute. Did you guys know this? I didn't know this. The green screen has been killing me today. I'm going to lose my mind. Did you guys know that the Bears were the 3 seed? When did that happen? Hello? Boy, what a weird day for football, man. Whatever. Oh, man. Hold on. Let me just... really quick. Hold on. We're figuring this green screen out right now today. We're figuring this thing out right now. We're starting like that. There it is. Nice little olive. Got it. I hate everything. I hate everything. I really do. That'll work for now. Sure. That's the same as it was before, but whatever. It'll work for now. I don't know what the hell to do. But yeah, no. Did Mike Ditka unretire? Yeah, seriously. Ben Johnson might be the truth. Yeah, it's weak, but goes either way. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's kind of like, what do you do? Like, if the playoffs started today, I mean, here's a thought. Let's say the Lions lose one more game. They have the same record as the Panthers. Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules? The Lions have the same record, have the same amount of wins as the Carolina Panthers, the Bryce Young Carolina Panthers. What is happening this year? And I'm pro parity. Hey, and by the way, Giants kicking it at the bottom of the NFC. Salute. I am pro parity. I think it's great when we have no idea who's going to win. It's just like, is it that everyone's bad or that no one's good? Those are the same thing. Is it that everyone's bad or everyone's good, right? And I don't get it. Like, I am shocked that the Bears are the 3 seed. Playoffs started today. The Bears have a home playoff game. And by the way, we've been saying this a while. The Packers, I don't want to say they should have lost to the Giants. They did not play a good game. Let's call it. Market zero. Exactly. Like, welcome, Muhammad's been here. Yeah, so you do not lose against the Giants. We'll talk about my flag football game later, but I do want to talk about pro football because there's a lot to catch up on. Everyone's good. And callers in the NFL okay, so we got different opinions here, Odysseus and Hank. By the way, Assidious, I'm assuming. We stream after every primetime game, so you know, welcome to the chat. But it doesn't feel like anyone's great this year. Even the Giants are at the bottom, looked real good with Dart and Scat. That's what I mean. The Giants got close with the Packers. The Giants, let's call it, should have beat the 3-seeded Bears. So, like, man, the Niners, the stupid Niners who have had Mac Jones as their quarterback most of the year have a better record than the Lions. And I'll say this, man. If there's one person to point fingers at tonight, besides Kevin Patullo, besides the officials, it's Jared Goff. I don't want to be reductive, right? Because, again, I don't want to beat first take to the point. It's like, oh, the quarterback played bad, thus they lost. But, man, 14 for 37? And you could say, well, he wasn't protected super well. Dude, the Lions have one of the best lines in football. Lions have one of the best lines in football, man. And, like, clearly they couldn't develop the run. But, no, let's face it. Everybody in here who has watched football understands one thing. Jared Goff can't play from behind. He just can't. He just can't. Not over an extended period of time. He just can't. We saw it on Sunday night against the Chiefs. They've lost 4 games. What were their other losses? They got smacked by the Packers in week 1. That was kind of an outlier. They lost to they lost to the JJ McCarthy Lions. 9 he put on. Like, congrats. You beat the Commanders, the Mariota Commanders, with Trump in the stands. And they might kill the Giants next week. Bravo. This is a Lions team that is very clearly all the way Super Bowl or bust. And when Jared Goff is so clearly just holding this team back, it's like, what do you do? It's that limbo of he's too good to let go, but I don't think he has the ceiling to get them to the top. I know I sound like first take right now, but if you can't win the Super Bowl, what's the point? But from the Lions' perspective, the goal should be Super Bowl. They have such a talented team. 2 Pro Bowl caliber running backs. One of, if not the best offensive line in football. 2 stout wide receivers, one of which could be an all-pro. A defense that played really well tonight. Hate it or love it, Goff holding the team back is a stretch. Who's holding the team back then? Who's holding the team back then? Like, again, Alex has to wake up at 6. Well, I'm glad you joined, Alex. Pop in, stay for a little while, man. You know, sleep is overrated. It's like Syndrome from The Incredibles. It's like everything will be good or nothing. Yeah, something like that. Exactly. Alex can't sleep. I'm glad you're here, Al. But no, exactly. Again, I don't want to be reductive. It is a much more complicated issue than just Jared Goff. But if you look at it, at least tonight, I got my first wrestling practice tomorrow. Hey-o. But if you look at this tonight, bro, 14 for 37, that sucks. That's really bad. Like, that's Collinsworth called it. He's like, this is the worst completion percentage Jared Goff has had in his life. As an NFL quarterback, I should say. I would hope in his life, honestly. He was a number 1 pick or number 2 pick. But, like, Giants going to take the Lions spot next year. I'm calling it. Couple drops. Couple drops? What? Were there 23 drops? Were there 23 drops in a pick? Yeah, okay. Oh, you're talking about Amon-Ra. Yeah, Amon-Ra, 12 targets, 2 catches. So, you know, the volume was there. The volume was there. Again, I didn't watch the whole game. I'm kind of speaking out of turn a little bit. I only watched the second half because I was at my flag football game. Dart better than Goff. I'd rather... It's the Family Guy thing. And they say this a lot on one of my favorite podcasts, the Ringer Fantasy Football Podcast. It's like, it's the Family Guy thing where you're on a game show, right? And they're like, oh, you just won this boat. Or you could have a mystery box and it could be anything, even a boat. Jared Goff's the boat that you'll never use. Jared Goff's the boat you're just like, man, I got to pay repairs. I don't even like fishing. Where am I going to dock it? I got to buy one of those carriers for my truck. Dart's the mystery box. Dart could be really good. And at the moment, the mystery box is a lot better than the commitment of a boat. And I'm not trying to say that about every quarterback, right? We got Hunna's Hill up here, right? And you look at these guys, right? We got Jared down in pretty good. We got Jared down in pretty good. Right next to Trevor, who might call it. I might put Trevor ahead of Jared. Alex is leaving. Damn. Hey, Alex, drop a like while you're here. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, man. As an Amon-Ra owner, guess get Stafford back in the Motor City. Yeah, man. Stafford can do it. Sniper Way's in here. That game was anticlimactic. The call at the end was nonsense. The call at the end was very frustrating. But, you know, by the way, we got relaxing SpongeBob music to listen to. The East Side Story. So, you know, pop in. But hopefully I don't get copywritten, but I'll be fine. Back what I was saying 2 weeks ago, Dak and Goff is the same QB. You were right. Look, I was tricked by Goff's great stats, but at the end of the day, stop. T-Law better than Goff is unreal. Are we sure? Are we sure, though? Trevor beat the Chiefs. Drop like, I'm sorry, I got my first practice. Hey, man, that's all good, Alex. Get some rest, man. All good, man. But I'm playing the #1 team in the week this league. Oh, man. Great. That sucks, James. Wherever we needed Amon-Ra to pull through, he let us down. AJ Brown, not a bad fantasy day if you're in a PPR league, but also not amazing. And that's what I mean. Like, fair, exactly. It's like Trevor beat the Chiefs. Trevor has, like... Jared Goff has won playoff games. He's been to a Super Bowl. Jared Goff's won a play... Yeah, he's won a playoff game with the Lions, for sure. They went on that run. So it's like he did beat the Chiefs. So again, it's way too reductive, right? It's way too reductive. Football is much more complex. But I think when you lay it out, right, Jared Goff can't move. He can't respond to adversity. He's one of the best quarterbacks to play with a lead. That is something. He's not going to lose you the game. He only threw a pick tonight. He threw 23 incomplete passes, and he only threw 1 pick. It's not a bad ratio, honestly. And he doesn't turn the ball over. And there's something to be said about a quarterback in the NFL that doesn't turn the ball over. But I raise you this scenario. Do you ever get excited? Do you ever get excited at the prospect of Jared Goff? Right, Jordan Love, same thing. Who wants Jordan Love? Honestly. This isn't just Goff's old. I'm sick of this guy, man. I don't want to play with you anymore. You know, Toy Story. No, dude. Again, I'm not trying to sound like Stephen A, right? It's a much more complicated thing. The Lions offense had plenty of opportunities. They couldn't run the ball well. The Eagles defense coordinator Vic Fangio called a hell of a game. Congratulations to Philly. They're 8-2, and if the season ended today, they'd have a first-round bye, which is crazy, considering the fact one of their 2 losses was to the Giants. Are we just going to forget about that? I'm not. It was the greatest moment of my whole life. Oh my God, I may have... Nope, didn't fix the green screen. Damn it. But Goff was in the worst Super Bowl of all time, only scored 3 points. I like Jordan Love. He made some great throws today. Yeah, real impressive stuff. The defense carried. And this is not going to be me bashing on Jalen Hurts, all right? I got Jalen Hurts in pretty good. He's the guy with the little hat there. He's in pretty good. He's probably not going to move. He certainly isn't going to move up with his epic performance. You know what I mean? Like, if we go back, like, okay, 14 for 28, 135, no touchdowns, got 31 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Here's another note I said, though. I was at MetLife for that Giants L. That's crazy. I wish. That was probably electric. Probably not for Eagles fans, but that was probably electric. Assidious. But I have Dak and Javonte Williams left. James, you're still in good shape. That should be a high-flying game if we're lucky. Here's what I'll say, though. It seemed like the Lions contained the tush push pretty well. It seemed like they did a pretty good job. Again, I only watched the second half. But it seemed like they contained the tush push pretty damn well. Paid $1,200 for third-row seats to watch us lose to Jackson Dart and Hurts being horrific. Yeah. That pick to Cordell Flott was like the best moment ever. I got my reaction to that as a short on this channel if you ever want to check that out. As an Eagles fan, I'm sure that would be a good watch. But yeah, man. So again, not the greatest Sunday night football game ever. And overall, Sunday night football games have been a big letdown this year. Since Ravens, Bills, and gosh, man, I feel like there was one more good one. Oh, Packers, Cowboys. That was sweet. Other than that, it's felt like Sunday night football games have been big letdowns. And again, I might sound like a new gen fan, like a guy who just scrolls TikTok and doesn't actually care about the games. I'm not like immediately going to jump to disliking a defensive game. It's just, it gets frustrating. It's just boring. I only watched one half and I still was bored out of my mind. I'm sure a lot of you guys watched the whole thing. Losers? No, I'm kidding. But like, I don't know, man. I think the people that say they like watching defensive games are lying, especially when the defensive game has 3 sacks total. You know what team isn't going to split with the Giants this year? Yeah, Cowboys got him. Yeah, Cowboys got the Giants. My dad's a Lions fan. Just called me how much he hates Jared Goff and is the worst player he's ever seen. He's a lifelong Lions fan. Okay, well, worst player he's ever seen is hilarious, but I get it. I get it. Lions fans are pissed. Look, if we fast forward, or no, if we go in a time machine back to the Lions game against the Commanders, it was a simple equation. Jared Goff turned the ball over early and can't play when he's down. He can't play when he's down. He was holding the team back in the playoffs, and I feel like he's going to hold the team back this year. That's if they make the playoffs. Mind you, season ends today. I don't think the Lions are in. We looked at that. I believe they're the 8th seed. I believe they're out of the playoffs. They're the 8, with the Panthers hot on their tail, and the 9 Vikings with the tiebreaker 2 games behind. Hell, Dallas could get a punch too. Why not? Get Dallas in the playoffs. Who cares at this point? Get the Giants in the playoffs. No, don't. Cowboys, not the Eagles. 5-1 division games. Cowboys are winning when it counts. They're winning when it counts. And to be quite frank, they played a hell of a game in week 1. They didn't win, but they played a hell of a game. TNF games were great too for the first couple of weeks. Now they blow. Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like Raiders Broncos was probably worse than this one. I don't think that's a hot take as an objective, like football perspective, but like, I don't know. I wish Roger could make a call and be like, all right, offenses, let's do it. Obviously, don't ban the too high safety look. I'm not Mel Kiper, all right? I just think in general, it's been kind of a letdown in the prime time, which is a shame because there have been really good games this week. And you know, my next video, which again, my next video may never come out. I don't know. But I will say this. I want to talk about this on my last 2 streams. My next video, ideally, if I don't, panic on the idea and give up on it, will be crafting my own perfect broadcast. And I'll float one of the ideas to you guys. Why don't we just like flex games in real time? Why don't we have like a Sunday night game or a later game, Thursday, whatever. I know Thursday is a bit of a can of worms. Flex it in real time. I don't think that's too crazy of an ask. Put it on Friday. Who cares? Friday night football is kind of a lot, no doubt, but just we should embrace flexing games more. That's my point. Because you had great games today. You had Chargers, Jags. No, I'm kidding. But you had Bills, Bucks was close till the end. Bears, Vikings was a lot of fun. Not saying they'd flex that game. Texans, Titans. Who would have thought? Give the Titans some love. Panthers, Falcons. That's always a good game. Seahawks, Rams. Probably should have been the Sunday night football game in general. Hell, Browns, Ravens. Let's talk about this really quick. Let's talk about this really, really quick. Yeah, Hank. Okay, wait, I missed something. Oh, I missed a lot of tech. Wait, the Bears are leading the North. The Bears are leading the North. They're the 3 seed right now, which is so crazy to me. With the modern NFL rules, the defensive game's not fun to watch. We don't get Terrell Suggs or Bounty Gate. Exactly. We don't get, like, hitting the quarterback. We just get, like, a bunch of penalties. A bunch of nonsense. Packers Eagles was worse than Raiders Broncos. Punting was cool in Raiders Broncos. There it is. Otis biased. Hank, good defensive games feel like watching comp chess. Most non-electric stuff you'll ever see. Yeah, Brady. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll tell you guys, I've been making YouTube videos and streaming on and off for about 2-3 years now, right? I have a few regrets. Not releasing certain videos, not making certain videos. I think my biggest regret on this channel is getting off stream early and not getting a live reaction to Shedeur Sanders as the starting QB in Cleveland. Some important context in case you didn't hear. This was not a Dylan, grab your shit and get out. No, that's not what happened here. Dylan Gabriel went out with a concussion. Shedeur Sanders stepped in. You have eyes, I have eyes. 4 for 16. 47 yards. 2.9 average. A pick. Oh, and it's like 2 sacks, lost 27 yards, netted 20 positive yards. His QBR was in the single digits. I'm not a QBR guy. His QBR was in the single digits, man. 13.5 passer rating. This green screen, man. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. That'll do it. The proof is in the pudding. I don't think Jeffrey is going to join. I don't know, maybe he's in here or not. He's been saying all season, people want Shedeur to play, but we all know he sucks. And I would love for... He also had 3 carries, 16 yards. So, you know, hey, that's not too shabby. Listen, I've been on record saying this before. I am rooting for Shedeur Sanders. I hope genuinely that he becomes the greatest football player in NFL history, because it would be the funniest thing that has ever happened on this entire planet if Shedeur Sanders won a Super Bowl, won multiple MVPs, all pros, Pro Bowls, endorsements. He already has endorsements, but like, give it all to him. Give Shedeur Sanders 10 Super Bowl wins, because it would be the funniest thing that has ever happened in NFL history. 4 for 16, 47 yards, a pick, 2 sacks, and a 2.5 QBR is not going to get there. Perfect timing. You didn't need to watch the game, but I'm sure you did, as I did. I was stretching and getting ready for my adult flag game. Dude, watching him play gave me life. I'm almost certain I'm coming down with a cold. I am so tired. I feel like I'm going to die. Shedeur Sanders gave me life. I mean, he didn't do the absolute worst, and he's gotten like no reps with the ones. I mean, listen, I'm not going to sit here and like act like the Browns are giving him a ton of help, right? How quickly the Browns O-line folded so consistently. I'm not going to sit here and say that that's not true. But to say it could have been worse, 25% completion, 2 sacks, a turnover, a 2.9 yards per attempt. That means if Shedeur Sanders is throwing it, they're going for it on 4th every set of downs. I don't want to overreact, but I don't know if he could have been worse. Literally, I don't think he could have been worse, genuinely. And we've all been saying DG8's not the answer. No one's excited to watch DG8, but man, I don't think he would be that bad. I mean, we saw 7 for 10, 68 yards. He's not incredible, but like in more time, he took less sacks, had less interceptions, had, what's 88 divided by 13? That's got to be like 6 or 7, god damn it, times better, right? And it's, you know, it's one game. I hope to God we see Shedeur next week. I really do. I really do. 6.5 times better. Let's see what the status is on DG. Let's see what the status is. Concussion won't return. I think, as a man who's been through a couple concussions, DG, take your time. Take your time. All right, we're gonna see the Browns next week. They're 2-8. It's not like this. It's not like they're holding out for a Super Bowl, right? They got the Raiders. This could be a smash spot. This could be a smash spot. Taking a 14-yard sack is nasty. Agreed. Maddie, oh, you think I'm gonna die from? I don't think you're gonna die from a cold now. Thanks, Maddie. Thanks for joining the chat. Just call me dramatic. You're the best. Drop a like, girl. But he was abysmal versus a bad Ravens defense. Exactly. Shedeur unironically better than Arch Manning. That's a stretch. I think we need to keep Shedeur at the top of the rankings, though. I don't know, man. I didn't know what to do. I was hoping he wouldn't play, because now I feel like I got to rank him fairly. And I'll tell you where I'm not putting him. I'm not putting him in elite. I'm not putting him in pretty good. I'm not putting him in good for fantasy, or why, or I hate Bo Nix, or meh, or pretty bad. If I was being objective, he would go in really terrible. And I'm talking the end of really terrible. Like Jake Browning, you should have never cut me. Wait, we can win a game, guys. We can win. Exactly. Otis, light some candles, say some prayers, buy some sage, do whatever you got to do. Get a psychiatrist. Get a psychic, cast some spells, do whatever you got to do to get Shedeur Sanders as the starting quarterback. I swear, dude, we will watch every down. We will watch every down. I won't even do the quad box. I will watch every down of Raiders Browns if Shedeur is the starter. I do not care. That will be the game of the year. It could be 99-0. It could be 3-0. But someone's scoring 0. And I got a feeling it's going to be the Browns. Jahmyr Gibbs' back has to hurt after carrying the Lions. Yeah, all 40 yards he had tonight. I would hardly call it carrying. Man, they had that lead when he went into. Yeah, they did. Yes, they did. They were playing with a lead, and then he went in, and the whole crowd erupted. Dude, I'm pulling it up. I don't care if I get copyrighted. I'm pulling it up. When Shedeur Sanders entered the field, it was electric. Like, I'll tell you, man. People, I mean, there wasn't a dry eye in the stadium. People were fired up. Also, Bryce Young throws franchise record 448 yards in Panthers overtime win. You can't make it up. This is my favorite video, like, in a while, honestly. Only a matter of time. Where's the clip? Where's the clip? Come on. I hate Twitter, man. I do. Shedeur Sanders is picked off. Come on. Where is it? Where is it? Shedeur Sanders enters the field. Come on. Dude, Twitter's search is such a waste. Okay, enters. There you go. Come on. Here it is. Oh my God. Here we go. Thanks, Ari Mayrov. Look at this. This place is electric. Listen to this pop. This is like the WWE wishes. Listen to this pop. Hold on. Franz Wagner's trending. That's how you know today's for real. Listen to this.
First time, it is Shedeur Sanders.
That's the loudest. I'm currently eating chocolate pie. That's sick, Maddie. Congratulations, girl. Jesus.
Fans do not know that Gabriel is being evaluated for a concussion. But
what a hilarious football moment. I'm going to play it again. What a hilarious football moment. Can we all just sit and appreciate Shedeur Sanders? Like, think about the irony of this moment. And I'm sorry if you're here to talk about Lions-Eagles. We covered that already, and we might revisit it. But, like, think about all that went into this moment. All the drama, 5th-round pick, the fake call, the lightning game he played against the Panthers where he threw 2 touchdowns with, like, the craziest field position ever. All this talk. They brought on Kenny Pickett. They brought on Joe Flacco. They traded Joe Flacco. They brought on Bailey Zappi, the Zapster. They brought on DG8, and he played awful, but he won a game, damn it. But he goes out with a concussion, and Browns Nation doesn't care because Shedeur Sanders comes out and he gives him one of these, imitating none other than the great Johnny Manziel.
First time, it is
Come on.
Sanders.
I'm here now. I have arrived. Watch out, everybody. Shedeur Sanders has arrived. And listen to this.
Fans do not know that Gabriel is being evaluated for a concussion, but they were chanting first time.
That is one of, I try not to be hyperbolic here. That is one of the funniest things I have heard an announcer say in a minute. Genuinely, unironically hilarious. Like, unironically hilarious. Fans do not realize that Dylan Gabriel is being checked for a concussion, and they don't care. They don't care, man. What planet are you on? Oh my God. Oh, what a moment. Football is great. Football is awesome. Right when you think stuff gets boring, they just hit you with this one. They hit you right down the seam. Straight up strike. Yeah, Andy Sam's literal chills. Oh boy, I wish you were streaming during the Browns game. Dude, I just said, my biggest regret, not streaming. How did Bo Picks get 295 yards and no touchdowns? Simply sucks. Dart's pop was louder. Well, yeah, because at least we knew Dart was gonna win, and we hate. I think Dart's pop was so loud because we hated Russ so much. Whereas Shedeur, it's like he probably won't be amazing, but at least DG8's out. The loudest Brown stadium has been in years. Exactly. Shedeur is a national treasure. That's what I mean. He has fought through adversity left and right for this moment, and he took his shot and he ran with it. They gave him the torch and he took it in high pursuit. To hell with it. He's like Jesus coming out of the tomb. Dude, that's what I mean. John's mad about the Eagles. He's here for the slop. Yeah. His first pass looked good, and then, the rest of them didn't. Let's be honest. If you came here for the Sunday night game, you're on the wrong channel. We don't do that. Yeah, exactly. If you're here for genuine football analysis, you got the wrong guy. I've been waiting for Shedeur Sanders. Dude, I swear, I'm under oath. I really hope he plays next week. Give me Shedeur Sanders full game, full week of work with the ones. Stefanski's, catch him up with speed. Hey, man, this is how the playbook looks, You gotta, get your shit together, pal. Man, get him against the Raiders. That is a smash spot for either the Raiders or the Browns. I am through the roof. This was the greatest thing that's happened all season. Genuinely. Go Browns, man. I might get a jersey. I love this guy. You have to pull up Josina Anderson's tweets. I will. Let's do it. Let's do it. Shout out again to Ari Mayrov. He's the only guy who puts out the tweets, the things we're actually looking for. Josina Anderson, let's see it. I hope. Okay. Kevin Stefanski is mistaken if he thinks the non-debut proves anything. Kevin Stefanski said Dylan Gabriel will be back as the starter once he clears concussion protocol, but acknowledges a lot has to happen. No doubt. No doubt. Shedeur Sanders had 2 catches that should have been caught in the last few plays. Huge credit to Roquan Smith for coming up with a huge play at the end. Yeah, wow, that looked clean. That looked clean. Yeah, that should have been caught. She's right. That should have been caught. That was a perfect ball. You know what they say? You can't defend a perfect pass. Look at this. Flex it to prime time. Yeah, man. Again, I'm not going to sit here and say the Browns O-line didn't cave, right? I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, Shedeur sucks. That's it. No, man, there's more to it. But, here was the against all odds 3rd and 10 completion. Oh, boy. Money. Money. Wow. Money. Do you believe in miracles? Here's look at no first team reps. 25-yard chunk completion by Shedeur Sanders. Look at this. Look at this. Drops back. Clean pocket. Just give the guy some time. What a ball. Nice pass. All right, Jacina, thank you. She's clearly defending Shedeur with hardly any first team reps this season. Throws a pick. This is electric. This was electric, guys. Jacina sucks. Chris is here. Against all odds. Mind you, Jerry did Jerry did most of the work there for sure. Again, Shedeur holds onto the ball for about 2 seconds too long. His technique is spotty at best. He's got a noodle of an arm. I'm telling you, man. I miss some chats though. I bet you Stark gets a big pop when he comes from his concussion. Might get a standing ovation. I couldn't believe Gabriel got drafted ahead of Sanders. I can. For 1 minute, Browns fans felt happiness. For 1 day. For 1 week. Fire him up. Colt McCoy, damn near any other college QB ever. I like that take, James. Kind of random, but I like it. Is Gabriel actually concussed? Oh, this might be like a deep state conspiracy. Maybe Stefanski just didn't want to give Shedeur the nod. Maybe. 3-pick masterclass incoming next week. Yeah, in the first half. Flex it to primetime's great. If Shedeur starts with the Raiders, we do pregame, postgame, cancel the halftime hinge with pure Raiders Browns. No talking about anything else. Honestly, we're not watching the first window of games. We're not watching the primetime game. We are sitting here and just breaking down. We're going to true blue tape study. Browns Raiders. Every down. Every snap. I'm telling you, I'll call it right now. I will watch no other game in that afternoon or late afternoon window if Shedeur gets the start. America's rooting for it. Come on, Browns. Who cares? Even with all that, if Shedeur looks like crap, Browns fans will say Stefanski set Shedeur up to fail. Yeah, exactly. Shedeur needs to be on prime time. Giants fans don't mess with Josina. She's a little rat. Agreed. I mean, I hate all reporters, to be honest with you. Hold on. Hot Mom texted. Yeah, didn't text me. Damn. Little rat traitor. I'm going to give Zach a day to remember. Please stop playing these clips. I'm running out of clean pants. The only QB that couldn't make those passes is probably JJM. Come on. Well, Max Crosby has 6 or 7 sacks next week. Yeah, honestly. It's possible. Who do the Raiders play next week? Cleveland. Shedeur's like watching early 49ers Alex Smith with less athleticism and pocket awareness and less arm talent. And less field awareness. And less composure. His arm is fine enough. He just thinks he's more athletic than he is with all the running around out the pocket. You should find some random former Raider to stream with you. I'll put out an ad in the paper. Any former Raiders, hop on. We got to talk some ball. Any former Browns, to hell with it. I met Magic Johnson once. Maybe I can make a call and make another call. Know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. Can't be that hard to get a Browns player on the horn. If I could interview any Browns player genuinely, Josh Cribbs. That would be sick. Come on, we all know that would be sick. What a pull. Raiders Browns will accelerate the sport 20 years. Yeah, like literally. We're gonna show the aliens are gonna be like, what's this football thing all about? Be like, here you go. You wanna get the experience? Here you go. Browns Raiders. What you didn't hear? We got like this is not your average football game. We are gonna get Geno Smith versus Shedeur Sanders. I love ESPN. The website doesn't even work. Again, I'm not pro concussion, obviously, but I think if you got a concussion, you should sit out at least a week, especially when you're Dylan Gabriel, young QB. Take some time, you know, man. Recover, eat some dark chocolate, sit in a dark room. The last thing you need to be is be under the bright lights of Vegas. Have Raiders fans shining flashlights at you. Like, no, man, you don't need that. Cribs would be amazing. Where's Darius Hayward Bay? Another great pull. You could talk to the Dodgers. Chris put Belt in fantasy. What's Marcel Reese doing? Or wait, who the hell's Marcel Reese? I gotta look this. Oh, Marcel. Oh, the D tackle. Oh man. Marcel Reese was sick. Are we thinking of the same guy? Or Marcel? Okay, Marcel Reese. Oh, the fullback. That's right. I remember this guy. His card in Madden was sick. I remember this guy. I think I got mixed up with Marcel Darius. That's who I got mixed up with. But yeah, man. Drop a like if you haven't already. Just want to throw that out there. Sanders Aster class incoming. Where's Corey Coleman? Can he play QB? The Browns are hilarious, dude. The Browns are all-time funny. The Browns are the best thing in the NFL. No, I don't... Look, you guys might walk this back, and I know this is a very loaded take I'm about to make. I don't think there's any franchise like the Cleveland Browns in American sports. You might be like, oh, but the Marlins suck. Or, oh, the A's never have a chance. First of all, baseball's out because there's no parity. It's not a hard cap league, so baseball's out the door already. Okay. Now you'd be like, oh, well, what about the Wizards? It's like, hey, man, the Wizards, like, nah. The Wizards aren't funny enough. Straight up. They're just not. Like, like, the Cavs have been good for a minute. I'm telling you, when you put it all together, do the Browns still have Bailey Zappi? That's a good question. If they start Bailey Zappi, we riot. We riot. Nope, they don't. They got our boy, though. Could he have played? If Shedeur went... Whoa, Browns are waiting until at least week 12 to... What if? What if? What if? Drop everything. What if? What if Shedeur gets benched and Deshaun Watson comes out? This would be... Marcel Darius was awesome. Exactly. Marcel Reese, Leonard Weaver, Legadoo Nani, halfback Hall of Fame. There you go. Serious. H-back. Yeah. Sick pulls. Sanders at QB, Josh Johnson the slot, Jay Fields at RB. We need this. Where the hell is Jeffrey? We've never talked about the Browns this much. Dude, massage Watson. I'm telling you. What if Deshaun returns? I'm glad the chat caught up. What if DG is out? Again, who's the backup? Look, week 12 is next week. Week 12 is next week. It's like, you wouldn't expect it. The more we dig into the Browns QB room, the better it gets, but somehow Deshaun returned. They said Watson's been looking good in his workouts. Yeah. When he's out of court, maybe. Listen, Deshaun Watson was not good, right? But, man, I mean, I don't think he ever went 4 for 16 with a pick. Cleveland is screwed, man. God forbid. Again, not rooting for injuries, but if... Let's say DG gets like a sprained ankle or like a soft tissue thing, and he has to miss like an extended period of time. We are literally at the Sophie's choice of Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders, and like objectively both are hilarious. I hate Deshaun Watson. Both are objectively hilarious. They're gonna trade for Flacco back. I want my Flack back. Trade deadline passed. They gotta pick up some dude. They gotta get some guy off the practice squad. They gotta call Tom Brady. Imagine that. Throw Tom Brady in this room, because why not? Deshaun versus Geno or Shedeur versus Geno. So many options. You know what? They say there's an infinite number of parallel universes. I like to think there's a universe where there's like a controversy going on. It's like, do we go with Deshaun? Do we start Shedeur? What's going to lead us to the most wins? Nepo Baby or Diddy? I was in the Twitter space and heard a Dolphins fan begging for Watson over Tua Tua's another guy. I don't know if you guys saw today. He goes out. He's like, yeah, playing in Madrid was fun. You know where I'd like to play? Jerusalem. Weird time to bring that up, Tua. Way to just throw out a curveball, honestly. I'd love to play in Jerusalem. It's like, I'd love to play in the Maldives. I don't know, man. I thought that was funny, along with the rest of NFL Twitter. Nathan Peterman, where are you at? Dude, we got options. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see what we got. Who's left? Who's left? This isn't going to work. Who's left? Who hasn't been signed? Of course, great. Desmond Ridder, come home. Best available free agents. Okay, here we go. Best QB available free agents, right? We got Nate Sudfeld, classic. Heineke, Trask, Clayton Tune, everyone's favorite. DTR, come home. Tim Boyle, Desmond Ridder got signed up, I believe. Bryce Perkins, Logan Woodside. I'm going to pretend like I know who Logan Woodside is. Zeke is still available. Can he throw? So I'm saying. So it's like, no matter what happens, the trade deadline is passed. So no matter what happens, this is going to be hilarious. Deshaun Watson's only 30, by the way. 30 and strong. 30 allegations. Just kidding. There's 62. But anyways, Israel just give Tua 10 more years. Seriously. Tua wants to be in war zones. Tua brain's cooked. It's so sad, but it's damn funny. Plus be nice. Tua might as well be a Make-A-Wish kid. Seriously. I might be on Tua level, dude. I'll tell you. Okay. Logan Woods, I was in the AAF and he played well. He can play center. Yeah, there you go. I'll say this just real quick since you were bringing up concussions since we're talking about Tua. Some dude not elbowed me in the head, but like we got a little contact and he like kind of got me in the head with his forearm. And I was like, whoa, that could have been concussion number 4. Which, you bring me concussion number 4 and you guys don't get a Twitch stream or a YouTube stream. See, I'm already losing it. But anyways, and I'll talk about my flag game later, but I'll tell you, man, I could sit here and just think about this Browns QB conversation until the end of time. Literally. You got DG, who was probably out. You got Shador on deck. Deshaun, in case things hit the fan. You gotta feel bad for everyone involved. Like, you know, it's funny to make fun of, right? But then again, it's like, these are like human beings, right? These are real people that have to live through one big joke. Do you imagine being Shador Sanders? Which, what a crazy life he probably lives. Imagine the QB meeting rooms. You got Shador chilling. You got DG, who's like, you know, got a couple of screws loose. You got Deshaun, who's like, you know, it's nuts. And you got Kevin Stefanski trying to put it all together, knowing damn well he's got 1 foot out the door, probably 2 at this point. Imagine they fired Stefanski just for the hell of it. It's not the craziest thing. But Brian Kelly at Browns keeping. Brian Kelly as an assistant coach, put Deshaun back in prematurely, 17-0, baby. Yeah, honestly. Get Brian Kelly involved. That's what they need. I missed a lot. Zeke can play center, apparently. Imagine a Cowboys-Eagles game in the Coliseum. That would be peak. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. Someone would get injured for sure, but that'd be fun. Is it bad the Raiders make me want Deshaun? It's bad. Yeah, that's bad. Browns should get Chad Henne out of retirement. I was a Chad Kelly believer before he threw his life away. There it is. Neutral Sticky Steven. There it is. The rage bait tier list has gotten worse. What do you mean? This is not rage bait. This is spot on stuff. And we're going to have to put Deshaun in Hunnis Hill. Oh my God. The real dagger. With Deshaun, they low-key kind of deserve 0-17. Well, they've already got 2, and DG was a part of one of them. Oh, man. What a time. What a time to be an NFL fan. This is hilarious. What else happened today? I mean, again, we could talk more about the Browns QB situation, but Browns still playing Deshaun Watson 47 for the next 2 years. Yeah, they may as well get their work cut out of him. Like, they may as well do it. You think Rosen could sling it? Hey, man, anything's possible. If Darnold can do it, if Baker can come back to MVP level, shoot. Why not? Oh, he's a video guy. He works with Chad Kelly. Sometimes they're real cool, apparently. Whoa. All right. Now we know. Oh, that's right. I got to put Jameis on, too. Oh, damn. Good point. Put Deshaun in his own jail cell tier so he doesn't touch the rookie. We'll do something. If he gets on the field, we'll do it. We'll do it. Browns, Dolphins in Jerusalem. I'm calling it the 2030 Israel games. Welcome to Israel. Browns, Dolphins. Tua, he's like, we did it, guys. We made it to Israel. We made it to Jerusalem. Let's go. Devon Achan's angry. Again, Tua's not going to be on the team in 2030. What am I talking about? Tua's not even going to be in the NFL in 2030. Anywho, maybe a quarterback will get cut and the Browns can pick him up off waivers. This whole thing, top to bottom, hilarious. Anyway, I'm just going to recap these games quickly. Browns are genius. They nearly won, but they leveraged Shadir's popularity to keep the tank going without looking suspicious. Yeah, no, seriously, the tank allegations are gone. This team is trying to win football games, supposedly. Packers, Giants. Giants played better than everyone expected, but of course, lost in the fourth quarter. Giants in a fourth quarter lead? What else is new? Commanders, Dolphins. Cool, bad QB off. Dolphins pulled it out thanks to a really bad Mariota pick in overtime. Panthers, Falcons. One of the best games of the year. Bryce Young set the Panthers record for most passing yards in a single game. This was nuts. If you didn't see this, check this out. 31 for 45, 448 yards. I believe that is 10 times what Shedeur Sanders threw. And from a yards perspective, 3 touchdowns, and that's with taking 5 sacks. Maybe this Bryce guy's not so terrible after all. And if you have any takes about these games, please. Buccaneers, Bills, a lot closer than the score lets you think, but Josh Allen, a guy who, he missed some throws. I was a little angry just because I'm a James Cook fantasy owner. He had 2 picks. At the end of the day, he rushed for 3 touchdowns, threw for 3. That's a good day. And he definitely reaffirmed his MVP case, beating the very good Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, who are 1 game ahead of the Carolina Panthers. Texans, Titans. The Titans fought. They fought hard, but it was not enough. They led for the entire first half. Then they tanked it. Titans offense sucks. Texans came back, game-winning field goal. Very fun. Bears, Vikings. Looked like the Vikings had it for a second. J.J. McCarthy, a.k.a. 9. Didn't play super well. That's underselling it, to be honest with you. Caleb Williams, find a way to win games. Don't know how. The Bears have had a magical season. They had that Hail Mary go against them last year. They got all the good karma going this year. Let's see how far this Bears team can go. Rome Odunze dropped a touchdown. Thanks a lot, Rome. Steelers, Bengals, never close. Steelers defense scored 2 touchdowns. I played the Steelers defense in fantasy. Very exciting stuff. Joe Flacco, his time is over. Where the hell's Joe Burrow? Let's get him out there. Jaguars, Chargers. I've been telling you guys, Chargers are frauds. Trevor, put on. Gale's been saying it. This guy's pretty good. I mean it. I want to root for this Jags team. A Chargers team with a bad offensive line and a whole week to prepare, not going to work. They will not win anything in the playoffs. I'm sorry. They'll probably make it, but they won't do anything with it. Seahawks, Rams. Despite Sam Darnold throwing 3 interceptions, they still were all the way to the end there. Came down to a Jason Myers 61-yard kick that he missed wide and short, but still a good game nonetheless. Rams look good. Seahawks look good. Definitely not underwhelming. And Sam Darnold may have thrown 3 picks, but for some reason, I feel a little better about him now. Don't know why. I feel like he played a decent game. Sam Darnold, no one expected Sam Darnold to win this game, honestly. Rams did it. Congratulations, Rams. Niners, Cardinals. The Jacoby Brissett experiment I don't want to say it's over because they really have no alternative, but this is not going to work, obviously. I also don't want to say the Cardinals season is over, but 3-7 is pretty close to over, right? Jacoby Brissett's not going to win them anything important. The Niners are really good against bad teams. Purdy came back and was roaring. He looked pretty good. And, Jacoby Brissett set the NFL record for most completions in a game, so that's nutty. Ravens, Browns, we covered that for a while. The Ravens, you'd like to see them play better, straight up, but they won the game. A win's a win, especially in Cleveland against Shedeur Sanders. That's nothing to hang your hat on. That's pretty solid. Chiefs, Broncos, again, good game. The Broncos are bad, but they keep finding ways to win. Chiefs are 5-5. They have the same record as, again, I'll keep saying it, they are of a worse record than the Carolina Panthers. That is a real thing, guys. Whatever, man. Chiefs are 1-4 on the road. Way it looks right now, they're going to have to play a road playoff game. That is if they make the playoffs. Not saying the Chiefs are bad, but they're certainly not the Chiefs we've grown to expect. And Lions, Eagles was a total snooze. The PI at the end was nonsense, but overall, the Lions did not take advantage of their chances. Okay. See what you guys said. Otis, I'll take Tua. I think Browns Dolphins is anti-Semitic. Yeah, seriously. See, good point. Imagine Russ getting cut and Cleveland picks him up. Why didn't we trade Russ to Cleveland? That's so free. That's so free. Give us a 2. That's how Twitter does trades. Get the Browns a line and they might win 7 games. Yeah, in the next 5 seasons, maybe. Dylan Gabriel can barely throw the ball. And he's not fast either. I always thought Dylan Gabriel was small and fast. You got to be quick if you're that small. No, he's not fast at all. He has no get up to him. Saying Deshaun to Israel will be funny because that's less money than we usually send them. Good. That's a good bit, Steven. I like that. Good joke. Look up Brissett's stat lines historic. Yes, most completions in NFL history. Bryce only plays like that versus the Falcons. He's like 4-1 against us. Falcons Nation, man, I'm sorry. American Dragons disciple. Finally got your name right. That's a tough one. The Falcons have been through it this year. They have the talent. Raheem Morris probably isn't the coach. I don't want to jump to conclusions and be like, they suck. But like, come on. Not great. Bryce always pops up versus the Falcons. Bryce only get okay. Yeah, so we're getting a little redundant. I get it. Then when they're in Georgia and Bryce went to Bama, there you go. That makes sense actually. Jacoby wasn't great, but the defense lost that game. Agreed, but I mean Jacoby. I mean look at this. This guy completes 47 passes again. I didn't watch this game super closely. I kind of turned it off the quad box because I was just so into the other games. Shador came on. I was like, I'm not watching this nonsense. 452. The 2 picks weren't great, but again, good completion percentage. 452, 2 touchdowns. Not a bad game. They couldn't run the ball for anything. Michael Wilson. Who started Michael Wilson today in fantasy? Jeez. Trey McBride, not too bad. Greg Dortch, you just got Dortched. Michael Carter looks like the lead back now that Demercado's injured. Bam Knight, well, maybe not the lead back, actually. Bam Knight got involved. There you go. Russ is the biggest Raider ever. That's a great point. Tua, the VeggieTales game from Jerusalem to Nineveh. I'll be there in a minute. Love that. Good VeggieTales pull. Casey cooked possibly. I really want Jacoby Brisket. He's a Raider. Yeah, every bad QB is a Raider. That's the funniest thing. Broncos are not bad. They're great. Bo Nix is just bad. That's exactly what I meant. That's much more succinct. That's way better. The Broncos aren't bad. Their defense is very good. Bo Nix just sucks to watch. Casey might be cooked. They just might be. Shout out Lamar and Herbert. They're on my best friend's fantasy team. I faced them. Congratulations, Chris. Huge. Chris, you were 100% right. Hunnaball just doesn't remember that 2015, 2016 was a surprise, but the Panthers having a better record than the Chiefs. I remember 2015 to 2016. I was around. What do you mean by that? The year they went to the Super Bowl and then lost to Denver? Another time where Denver had a terrible QB and a good defense? Love Peyton, but he didn't even have a right arm. Imagine the Falcons actually got Belichick. That would be nuts. Belichick reaffirmed his commitment to UNC. I don't think anyone was holding their breath, but yeah. So there you go. Bills off the market, apparently. Okay. What else? Is Bryce moving up the Hunnaball list? Oh, he is moving up Hunna's Hill, for sure. Bryce, congratulations. You're moving up ahead of Bo Nix. Bryce Young, congratulations. You've earned your way up to Y. Oh, man. Started Michael Wilson and Greg Dortch in every league, obviously. Smash spots, duh. You kidding me? Shout out to Jefferson for making me want to commit. Oh, man. I'll tell you, fellas. I'm sick as hell. Bill Belichick's still the funniest thing. That was I loved that stream when we just analyzed Jordan Hudson and went really deep on her background. That was funny. He's being interviewed after he's being interviewed after. Oh. Belichick's wash time. Another hot take from James. What music is this? This still SpongeBob music? Oh boy, we're nearing the end. Here, I'll fix it. Kind of liked this. I really liked this mix, honestly. Okay, hopefully. Nice. Okay, we got it going now. Okay. The green screen's been messing with me all night. Whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, fellas. Good week of football, honestly. Chips down. Good week of football. Giants lost, but that's par for the course at this point. SpongeBob, big guy. Yeah, hell yeah, man. It's good stuff. Good music. I'm enjoying it. Better than the Nintendo. Not that I don't love the Nintendo mixes we use, but hey, nice having a little change of pace. Jordan Hudson being a philosophy major. Yeah, seriously. That's lore. That's lore for you. It's called 9 because he completes 9 passes. Yeah, man, at most. In case anyone cares, I didn't catch a single pass in my adult flag game. I'm a little annoyed about it. The QBs just didn't put it on me. I don't think I got a target. I don't believe I got a target on offense, which is nonsense. I was open the whole game. My QB just didn't put it on me. So thanks a lot, QB. I did get a pick, though, and this is the story I wanted to say really quick, because I'm really enjoying this pro football talk. I don't want to completely divert it, but just for anyone wondering how my adult flag league game went, one very funny thing happened. First quarter goes by. We're driving down the field. Throw a pick in the red zone. Great. Mind you, we're playing the Vagiants, the 0-8 Vagiants, right? They've lost every game to this point in the season. We have to win. It's playoffs now. We throw a pick. We pull the flag, right? But they're moving the ball down the field. They score a touchdown. Then we get the ball back and throw another pick. So now they're driving again. We're about to go down 14-0. You pulled a Justin Jefferson today. Tank for Zach. Also, what the hell, Chase? Yeah, it's a weird thing that happened with Chase and Ramsey. Completely forgot to bring that up. So, give Shador his own tier at the top. He graced us with the presence. We need 5 empty tiers below him, separating from the peasants. We just make a tier Browns QBs. I didn't get a single catch in high school. I played D-line, but I get it. I wish, dude. D-line is so fun. D-line's my favorite. D-line is so fun, man. You can make one good play and everyone loves you. But, so, this is what happens, right? They're driving down the field, up 7-0, and my team is rattled. We are sweating it. And I'm like trying to get the guys. You know what sucks? When you're like, hey, guys, it's all good. When you're saying it's all good, it's never good, right? It's all good. No reason to stress. And me inside, I'm panicking. Again, I'm pretty sure I'm coming down with a cold. This was my flu game. I couldn't move. I felt like garbage the whole time. My foot is killing me. Hon, I had your over, bro. What the... Yeah, exactly. So check this out. Quarterback throws it deep over the middle. His guy is open. Like his guy, I am not on this guy. Like this is someone else's matchup. We completely cooked him, right? I nose for the football. I go for it, right? I break on the route and he catches it. Like he full on catches it. And I kind of had an arm on it. And I kind of just wedged my arm into it. Like over the span of like a second, right? I like wedged my arm into it. Now we're like fighting for the ball. And I don't know if I just out-muscled the guy or that's what happened. I out-muscled the guy. I got the ball and I shit you not, guys. I ripped it, gripped it and ripped it. And I was like, and I got it. And I'll tell you, as soon as I went like this and I realized I had it too. As soon as I had it like this, I was like, oh my God, I have this ball. I'm going to get it from this guy. So I ripped it, right? And as I'm ripping it, I don't know what came over me. I am not a trash talker. John, all right, thanks for the 5. I am not a trash talker. I am going to make it. That is perfect, actually. I'm going to make a tier called 9. That is perfect, actually. We're going to do that. We're going to put it between men pretty bad. That's a great idea, John. You didn't even need to put 5 down. That's just a great idea straight up. But I rip it out of this dude's hands, and something comes over me, and I don't know why, but I just went, fuck you, and I just pulled it. I just, fuck you, and I just got it. I don't know why. This is an adult flag football league. You're not supposed to swear. You're not supposed to say that. We're all having fun, high-fiving, cracking jokes. And I'm like not the trash talker. But I was just like, fuck you, and I got it. And he kind of like forearms me in the face, as I was talking about earlier. He kind of forearms me in the face, so that's kind of where it came from. I was like, fuck you, and I just kept going. And it was hilarious. At the moment, I was super embarrassed. An hour or two removed from it, I'm like, that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Lights were bright, exactly. And I was like, you know what, honestly, fuck you, man. I don't like swearing on these streams. I don't like swearing in these flag football games. But I just had to, man. I don't know what came over me. It was like a demon. Okay, the perfect analogy. You have to have seen Spider-Man 3 to get this. If you haven't seen Spider-Man 3, watch it tonight. It was the perfect, you'll get your rent when you fix this damn door. And then he slams the door. It was that exact moment. I was like, who am I? Da-na-na-na-na-na. I was like, where did that come from? Whoa. The Dragon Ball music, sure. I'm gonna get so copywritten. Whatever. But yeah, man, just fuck you. And I grabbed it, man. And the ref didn't even care. The ref didn't call unsportsmanlike nothing. He was like, hey, man, you had the ball. Yeah, man, I got to see who has the ball last. Went for it. He felt the symbiote inside him, and that's exactly it. I was like, I didn't touch the ball for the rest of the game. But then I get that interception. We go down and score. Now it's 7-7. And the whole game just kind of went our way for the rest of the time. Played Dragon Soul Instrumental. I just got a mix going right now. I'm assuming if it's a mix, I'll be okay. We'll find out, though. If my stream stops, let me know. But yeah, man, I just dished that one, and I thought it was hilarious. Man... Again, not a trash talker. Student of the game. Mind you, my previous flag football team, if you're new around here, my old flag football team from 2 weeks ago got kicked out for fighting. So I kind of have a target on my back. Another awkward moment, since I do want to talk about this as well. Oh, and by the way, I said that right. Fuck you, rip the ball away, right? The guy who I ripped the ball away from was laughing. He didn't even care. And I had 0 targets and 1 catch, 1 pick. The guy who he didn't even care. it was 50-50 ball. It didn't care, right? He elbowed me in the face. I got the ball. Words were said, whatever. I'm returning it, and this woman on the other team loses it. She's like, whoa! Whoa, there's no place for that. She was livid. She's like, there's no place for that. And I'm running with the football being like, my bad. Like, I'm like, my bad. You know, I shouldn't have said that. My fault, you know, on me. And she was just like, a target on your back. I had 0 targets. Yeah, that's the only target I got. And she's like, what? She gets all mad at me. She's like, there's no place for that. I'm like, well, get over it. Wait, no one's going to die. I didn't throw a punch. I didn't take out his legs. I didn't stiff arm him like her teammate did to me. Her teammate played like a damn fullback in flag football. It didn't matter because he was old as dirt, so I was still able to pull his flag. But this guy's pushing and shoving, offensive PI on every play. I didn't complain once. There's no place for that. I'm like, all right, lady. And she was rude and mean the whole time. Didn't even do a good game after. All right. I'd be pissed too if my team was 0-8, but have some class. Have some class, lady. So that was how, now I'm deflecting, but it was a moment. Another thing, really quick, I was watching the game prior, and I was not refereeing it, I was just watching. A ball is thrown in the end zone, guy goes up, catches it, gets 1 foot, it was a sick catch, and I go like this from the sideline, and the ref calls it out of bounds. I shouldn't have said anything, but I was like, ref, I was right next to it, I got a great angle, it was a hell of a catch, he got it. Now the whole team that I called that touchdown on hates my guts. They're like, what the hell, Hunter? I'm like, what? I'm a student of the game. It happened. He scored. I'm not lying. Anyway, that's my adult flag update. Also, the mom I have a huge crush on played better than I did, so that was something. There you go. So people in these, damn, yeah. Maybe you should tell her teammate to lock in. Yeah! I'm like, why don't you tell your teammate to stop elbowing me in the face, lady? Some people in these leagues just have the worst attitude. That's the thing. I had a moment of just like aggression, and then I was like cracking jokes after. It's like, my bad. And I apologized to the guy like 4 times. I was like, hey man, it slipped. I'm sorry. And he was like, it's all good. I don't care. And I'm like, yeah, why would you? Who cares? It's adult flag. It was funny. It was kind of funny, honestly, in hindsight. Just throwing out an FU. Like, while you take the ball away from someone. Granted, if someone did that to me, I may have swung. But again, it's like, you know, it's all for the love of the game. She's mad at you but swearing, but she's... Well said, Otis. Well said. They're mad at me for swearing. There's no place for that. And their team name is the Vagiants. Well said. Jeez. I'm glad you guys are defending me on this one. Felt a little bad, but now I feel reaffirmed. I thought it was a great moment. It was a hell of a pick. It was the only time I touched the ball. I don't know why my quarterbacks don't throw me the ball. It makes me so mad. Like, I get open. I'm the tallest guy on the field. Throw the ball up. I will catch it. I'm Megatron. It's so simple. It's so simple. Damn. But anyways, we won. It was a hell of a game, and I'm definitely sick. So I played my flu game. That was that. I had a bad warm-ups. Didn't have a great game, but I had my FU pick, and that was my night. If anyone was wondering. Also, the girl I was talking about earlier, the vet that I have a huge crush on. We matched on Hinge. I'd hardly call it a crush. Huge crush on this vet. She did text me back. So we'll see what happens there. I'll let you guys know. Hopefully I'll have an update on Thursday. See how that goes. See how that spins. The Giants name controversy may be bigger than the Redskins. That's what gets me. Because here's the thing. Raina's here. Number 1 division. We run this shit. Fuck the Packers. You had 3 in the NFC. There you go. Here's what I'll say. Like, and we got Gale in here. We got Raina in here. This is sick. Drop a like if you haven't already, by the way. Dude, that's what I mean. That, like, a part of me is like, screw them. How dare they besmirch the good name of the New York Giants? It kind of like pisses me off a little bit. I'm like, so disrespectful. I'll tell you guys some more Hunnaball lore. I've said this before. My least favorite movie, and you guys are going to hate this take. I don't care. My least favorite movie that's ever been made, bar none, not even close, Little Giants. Not even close. Painting the Giants as some sad sack underdog drives me crazy. This is a team that had the greatest pass rusher of all time. A team that has 4 Super Bowls, 1 in each decade since 1980. Keep that in mind. 1 in each decade. A team that beat John Elway in a Super Bowl. Tom Brady twice in a Super Bowl. Jim Kelly, all Hall of Fame great quarterbacks in a Super Bowl. Played the Ravens defense in a Super Bowl. Lost. Has had some great moments. One of the best rookie wide receivers in history. One of the coolest Super Bowl stories ever. 9-7 Super Bowl team winning. Only team in NFL history to start 0-2 and win a Super Bowl. The little Giants. Oh, the sorry Giants. Be taking on the big boy Cowboys because the Cowboys are so sick. Yeah. All right. That's why it makes me mad the Giants are so terrible. Because I know we're better than this. John Mara knows we're better than this. I know we're better than this. So that when I saw their name was the Vagiants, I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? And if I got a touchdown, I would have sexy dexied. Screw them. And screw that lady for getting mad at me for saying F you. That was hilarious. Otis maybe might have shitty T-Lot take stuff to acknowledge the S tier comment there. Exactly. Otis called it. Fire selling would be what Marshawn did. Oh, the fire selling sick too. I've been thinking about doing that. I would rather do the Marshawn where I take it to the end zone and just like, you know, like you did on the Beast Quake. That was always sweet. Thank you, Gail. I hate your T-Log takes, but you're the real code of the chat. Yeah, there we go. I appreciate the love in this chat. We're building a community here. Cowboys propaganda, but they aren't the Cowboys with 2 decades of dominance. James, I'm not going to dispute that. I just hate Little Eagles. Well, you probably shouldn't do Little Redskins, but that you definitely shouldn't do Little Redskins, considering when the movie came out. I don't know, dude. Don't make the stupid movie then. If you're going to disrespect the Giants, it's like, oh, the Giants won at the end. And by the way, yes, I hate how disrespectful that movie is towards the Giants. That is the most simplistic, nonsense football movie ever. It is less, literally, Little Giants, I mean this, I'm really excited to say this next sentence. Little Giants is less realistic than Space Jam. Space Jam is more true to the sport of basketball than Little Giants is to football. If you watch that movie, it makes no sense that team wins. And I might sound like a hater right now, right? It's like, oh, the underdog won. Why do you care, Hunter? No, dude. No, man. Drawing a line in the sand. They shouldn't have won that game. They were outmatched. They were outclassed. They had like a bunch of nonsense big plays. So disrespectful to the game of football, completely oversimplified it, degraded the sport, degraded my team, and made the Cowboys look all sick until the end. Thanks a lot, Ed O'Neill. Oh, you will never get me. Rick Moranis was pretty good. What, in the movie? Or is that a different film that I don't know about? Who the hell's Rick Moranis? Little Browns! There you go! That's probably, yeah. You probably don't want to do Little Browns, but you know. Something. Little Dolphins. I don't know. Shoot. My flag football team was the Killer Dolphins. We were sick. It was badass. I called a play echolocation. The kids loved it. The director for the movie played Boba Fett. Oh. Well, now I hate him. Now I hate Boba Fett. Plain and simple. In the 90s, what do you want from him? I don't know, dude. An actual true blue football movie. Have you seen the film He is the Star? Wait, Rick Moranis? I thought Ed O'Neill was... Oh, okay, wait a minute. I just don't know who the fella's name is. Now I gotta look this up. Again, if you're here for football talk, this is... Oh, yeah, this guy. Yeah, the coach of the Giants, supposedly. Yeah, he's the star. I just didn't know the fella's name. Yeah. Who knows jack squat about football, mind you. Knows jack diddly about football. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. The greatest moment in this guy's life. That's a good movie. Apparently, I haven't seen it. Like this picture alone. This picture alone tells you all you need to know about this dumb movie. It's like, oh, yeah, the Little Giants. And by the way, why are they wearing the Reds? Why are they wearing the Reds? I like the Reds, but why are they wearing the Reds? They look like garbage in this movie. Ugh. Playing Boba Fett has to be easy as hell. He stood around and looked cool for 5 minutes, then died. Yeah, great point. Great point. No respect. Ed O'Neill's from Married, which I know who Ed O'Neill is. Yeah, he's from Modern Family. I love Rick Moranis. You have to see... Spaceballs is great. I love Spaceballs. That's where I recognize it from. Spaceballs is great. This movie sucks. Do you realize those Giants mainly because it's little... Otis, I get it. I get it. I get the oxymoron. They're little, but they're Giants. The whole movie is just so disrespectful to the sport of football because the Cowboys are blue. That's a good point, but they're wearing the white alternates. So why not? They're wearing the white alternates. So who the hell cares? Who the hell cares, man? What this movie get? Whatever this movie got, Rotten Tomatoes, it's too high. 50. 1 in 2 people watch this movie and are like, this is good. I liked it. No. No shot. Hate this movie, hate everything about it, and I will die on this hill. I watched this movie and I completely crashed out. I really did. I drove home. I was so mad. I can't believe this stupid movie exists. Again, look at this. A bunch of sad sack losers representing one of the greatest franchises in football history, in sports history. Like the 5th most or the 5th or 10th, like top 10 most valuable franchises in North American sports. The Little Giants. Ooh. Why is this youth league infringing on the NFL's copyright? Well said. Radio is a more accurate representation of football than Little Giants. Dude, like, NFL Blitz is more, well, NFL Blitz is sick. But like, you know, you name it. My adult flag football league saying F you. That's football. This is not. If you watch the game, it's like, you know, these dudes, they don't know what the hell's going on. And this chick in the middle, they don't know what the hell's going on, man. Wall-E's the movie I hate. I get that. I like Wall-E, but I get that. That's me with Up. I hate Up. I really do. Up is like, if Up, I know, you could, like, that's not fair to critique a movie saying, if you cut one scene, the movie would suck. You drop the first act, you cut the first 15 minutes of Up, no one likes that movie. Literally no one likes that movie if you cut the first 15 minutes. I get that it's important, but I'm just saying, I don't care for Up. I also don't care for Finding Nemo. You know, another hot take. When is the Hunnaball mic'd up video? Dude, I gotta pay someone to record. I'll tell you, I say some funny ass shit on these games, man. I do. I'm not trying to swear, but I say some hilarious stuff. I talk after every play. I talk after every play, man. I do. Zach Robinson calls offenses like radio. What is this radio? Never heard of it. Oh boy. Oh. Never heard of it. Ed Harris. All right. 34 on Rotten Tomatoes. Is this like Invincible, that one stupid movie with Mark Wahlberg where he like walks on to an NFL team? Like, what? Finding Nemo GBA game was fire though. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. Hey, movie video games sometimes are way better than the movies. Cars 2, prime example. The Cars 2 video games. I also dislike Up. Fair enough. I like Charles Muntz. Come on. Best football movie ever is Remember the Titans. Had you considered Draft Day? No, I'm kidding. Remember the Titans is sick. Remember the Titans is awesome. Football movie, like football movies, yeah. Remember the Titans, very similar to Coach Carter. I'll say that. Like if you've seen one, you've seen the other. That being said, I prefer Remember the Titans. Remember the Titans is awesome. How they got a 34% to 6.9. Well, you know, the critics on IMDb are a little more lax apparently. Jeez. 2 is like one of the perfect sequels. Cars 2? I like Draft Day. Can we talk about Draft Day? It's like Cuba Gooding Jr. playing delayed equipment manager. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it looks a little wonky, no doubt. Radio's about a homeless special needs kid being the mascot of a turnaround high school football team in South Carolina. Realistic depiction of the Browns. Friday Night Lights may be my favorite favorite football movie. Haven't seen it. Heard good things though. Can we talk about Draft Day though? Really quick. This movie is so unrealistic, but when it came out, I loved it. I loved it, dude. I was just getting into football, and when I just got into football, I thought the draft was the coolest thing ever. And I thought an NFL licensed, I don't know why they did this cover. They should have like really thrown on like some, they really should have done it up NFL style. I thought, I mean, I guess they did with this one, but I'm telling you, man, this movie is such a fun watch one time. It is a fun movie to watch. Is it stupid? Yes. Does it disrespect football? Maybe. It's a little reductive on the whole draft process. Very unrealistic. Does it have Kevin Costner? Yes. My mom liked this movie a lot. Diddy is in this movie. Diddy is for sure in this movie. Yes, he is. Draft Day is terrible, awful. It's entertaining, resolute, the fact that it's not realistic. Exactly. Leave that at the door. I know I just said Little Giants is disrespectful to the sport. If you can just turn your mind off, pour yourself a glass of red, and watch Draft Day, you will enjoy it. Kevin Costner is outstanding. It is a great film. It has Chadwick Boseman. He plays a hell of a role. He's a linebacker. Arian Foster is in the movie. Former Texans RB. Who else? And by the way, Bo Callahan is like so many NFL quarterbacks are just Bo Callahan. This is like there he is, by the way. I don't know if you know who this is or not, but you know, he's kind of in jail. But Bo Callahan, yeah, I don't know where he is, but this guy. Yeah, he's like the asshole quarterback who's like, you know, he's the seemingly perfect prospect, but like not really. Nailed it. Chadwick was awesome. Rip. I want my picks back, bro. Draft Day is definitely entertaining first watch. After, it's easy to hate. Exactly. It's one of the first movies I ever bought. I was like, I love this movie. I'm buying it when it comes out. And you know what? To this day, I still own it on my Xbox. My Microsoft has it. I'm down. This movie is hilarious. This movie's great. I had a radio show like a year and a half ago, and I did a whole episode on sports movies. And it was a fun one. We talked about Draft Day. We talked about Bo Callahan is like Zach Wilson. Perfect comparison. He is Zach Wilson. Yes. A Wisconsin QB being the conversation for the number one pick is the most unrealistic part of the movie. Another good point. And then Chadwick Boseman played an Ohio State linebacker. That's fair. Varsity Blues, underrated football movie. Haven't seen that one either, but you know, yeah, I can check it out. Shoot. I believe you. I've heard of it once or twice, but I don't know much about it. But yeah, man. Is there anything else I missed? We do the teams on Thursday, right? Yeah, we do the teams on Thursday. To be honest with you, fellas, I'm having a lot of fun in this stream, but my body feels like death. So today was a sick day of football. We had a lot of fun here, and sorry for only streaming the first half, the first window, and then the first half of games earlier today. I wish I just went tucked in, just went through and just streamed the whole window because we got Shador minutes. I wish I got some live reactions to Shador Sanders. What a game he had. Most realistic part of the movie is Jaguars trading the 5th overall pick for 2 seconds. It was 3, Gale. It was 3, but you're right. So funny. This movie's great. But yeah, my green screen is giving me a headache, and I just had a headache to begin with. The montage at the end of the last game is awesome. We Are Marshall is good too. Man, now you guys are giving me like movies to watch. Shoot, I should check them out. But yeah, fellas. So I hate getting off prematurely. I appreciate it. Stinky Steven's around. He almost like he's a you know special appearance every now and again. We had neutral Stinky Steven right now. So hey, but I appreciate you guys a lot. I don't want to get off early, but I do feel like death. So I'm gonna call it now. In case you missed it, the Giants lost. That's new, right? And I said F you in my flag football game. And I'll keep you guys posted on, you know, if I can really flirt it up with this mom. And we'll be back tomorrow talking streams. Football movie list could be an off-season gimmick. Dude, we should do that. We should just do like a football movie watch through or something and like make a tier list. That's a great idea. 50 Shades of Grey is the best sports movie of all time. That's funny. Chris is calling by though, and I appreciate that. Check out the Sunday gate window if you want to see my reaction to the Giants blowing another one and or me stressing about fantasy football for 3 hours. Fire Zach, fire Golden. Yep. Best of luck, Hannah. Thank you, Hank. And Flacco MVP. There you go. But yeah, fellas, it's always a fun stream hanging with you guys, and thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. So have a kick-ass rest of your night. Get some good sleep, and you know, we'll be back at it tomorrow. And hopefully by then we'll have a little more clearance on what's going on with Dylan Gabriel and see if he can, you know, sit out a week. And if we can get Shador in Vegas, it's in Vegas, right? We just need to check that really quick. It's in Vegas. It's gotta be. It's in Vegas. That game's gonna sell out. Hell, I might go. I might drive. Tomorrow's the comeback. I'll say it. This is gonna sound antithetical and Otis is gonna get mad. I'm rooting for Cowboys. I need George Pickens to have a night. Straight up. I'm rooting for points more than anything, though. Tomorrow's the comeback. Playoffs, inevitable. Come on, Cowboys. Sure, why not? Who cares? Honestly, the Cowboys would be a fun team in the playoffs, if nothing else. I hate them, but they would be a fun team in the playoffs. Call it like it is. Unlike the Eagles. Anyways, you guys have a kick-ass rest of your night. And if you ever get an interception in adult flag football, throw out an FU. It's hilarious. It's a great bit. I bust out my AP. Perfect timing. Hannah Ball.